Hello, everyone. This is Sir Cloyd, and this is Lecture to My Students podcast. This podcast aims to aid the growing needs of students who hungers to learn more about the subject they've enrolled and inevitably pass the subject, as well as those who has difficulties with internet connection, lack of devices, areas that are not that conducive for learning, and conflict of interest. I hope you find every episode beneficial, not just academically, but in your own personal lives as well. To my students, thank you for wanting to know more today than you did yesterday, and I hope you learn a lot from this episode.
Good morning sa inyong lahat at welcome po sa episode 5 ng Lectures to My Student podcast. At masaya ako na nakikita ko na lumalalim ang ating pagkaunawa sa kung gaano kaimportante ang pag-aaral natin sa ethics at lumalalim din sa pagkakilala sa isa't isa. Okay, at pasalamat ako na nagiging participative kayo sa bawat klase natin. Okay, ang learning objective ng ating klase ngayon or sa ating episode ngayon is understand what virtue theory is, know the golden mean, and recognize its implication in ethics. I hope marami pa rin kayong matutunan at maging relevant ito, hindi lang in academic sense but in our daily lives as well. Para po sa ating random quote, this is from Mark Dever in Preaching the Cross. The marvelous truth is that the one who knows us best is the one who loves us most. As Don Carson succinctly put it, what matters most in God's universe is what God thinks of us. Bilang panimula sa ating episode ngayon, imagine a person who always know what to say, can diffuse a tense situation, can deliver tough news gracefully, confident without being arrogant, brave but not reckless, generous but not extravagant. O, di ba? Ang ganda nito. Gusto nyo bang maging ganyan? Siyempre naman, gusto ko rin. At ito din ang gusto ni Aristotle na i-achieve natin. We should aspire to be virtuous. At ito ang pag-aaralan natin ngayon, ang virtue theory or virtue ethics. Siguro recap lang tayo ng isa sa mga main points na tungkol kay Aristotle sa episode 3. That Aristotle's goal was to create an ethic that was tailored to the demands and ends or purpose of human nature. This kind of mindset will reflect on how Aristotle will guide us in determining what is good, evil, right, or wrong. This will propels us into reaching the good, which everything about us aims. What separates this moral theory from the previous ones and the coming ones is if we can just focus on being good people, the right action will follow effortlessly. So, parang yun yung magiging maxim nung moral theory na ito. But more of that later. Hindi na kailangan pa ng law codes, either of divine origin or of pure reason to be a good person. Pero question, bakit naman kailangan maging virtuous person? Kasi, eudaimonia. Na-explain natin yan later. Sa ating pagpapatuloy, bigyan muna natin ng definition itong virtue theory or ethics. Pagpasensyahan mo na kasi I will use interchangeably yung virtue theory or virtue ethics. Okay? So, virtue ethics is a philosophy developed by Aristotle and other ancient Greeks. This character-based approach to morality assumes that we acquire virtue through practice. By practicing being honest, brave, just, generous, and so on, a person develops an honorable and moral character. Definition yan from philosophy-question.com. Another one, this is from decafquest.com. Virtue theory proclaims that people ought to incorporate certain virtues defined as excellent traits, as part of their characters by habituating themselves to the practice of such traits, such as honesty and courage. The opposite of virtues are vices. From these definitions or statements, notice the repeated words, practice and character. Ito ay vital sa theory ni Aristotle. At makikita nyo how we are being encouraged to practice, to habituate ourselves with certain virtues. Why is that? Because this will enable us to develop our character, an honorable and moral one. Isa sa importanteng bagay na natutunan ko sa course ng Aristotle's Ethics ng Hillsdale College in regards to how important to have a good, whatever the term good means, character is, one factor that is at play in the domination of my career is, provided that this domination is within my power, it is my character. It will be overwhelmingly important. Yes, credentials matters right at the beginning, but when we are fully immersed at work, our character reveals itself and the good ones get promoted in any just situation. That's why it matters who you are and what your character is. Alright, tingnan pa natin paano pa inilarawan ang virtue ethics. Ito naman ay galing sa society-for-philosophy-in-practice.org. Aristotle's virtue ethics is an inquiry into how humans should live in order to achieve the highest good, eudaimonia in Greek. This term, eudaimonia, is often translated as happiness, but can also mean flourishing. Humans seek this highest good, this flourishing, in accordance with human nature, which for Aristotle is set apart by rationality. If we use reason well, we live as human beings, or to be more precise, using reason well over the course of a full life is what happiness or flourishing consists in. Doing anything well requires virtue or excellence, and therefore living well consists in activities caused by the rational soul in accordance with virtue. Okay, let's unpack that by answering these two questions. First one, what is the good life for a human being? Second, and how should a human being behave? Sabi dun, humans should live in order to achieve the highest good, eudaimonia or happiness, flourishing. To answer the question, first one, the good life for a human being is a life of happiness. We have to live a eudaimonistic life. What does it mean? A happy life, a flourishing one. Naintindihan natin ano ibig sabihin ng happy, gaano man ito ka-vague, but flourishing, let's do an in-depth analysis anong ibig sabihin or paano connected ang term na flourishing sa eudaimonistic life. Flourishing means to thrive, to grow well. Si Aristotle kasi ay naniniwala na ang tao ay may fixed or basic nature o essence or the quality or qualities that make a thing what it is. At yung adherence natin sa essence na ito will lead us to function properly in our lives, to thrive, to do, or to grow well. Which answers the second question, how should humankind behave in accordance to his or her essence? Sa view ni Aristotle, pwede nating ma-deduce na ang ethics ay isang pag-aaral na tumutukoy sa kung paano mabuhay ng tama, maayos na naaayon sa essence sa kanyang essence. Katulad ng mga hayop, we need to grow, we need to be healthy, we need to be fertile. But as rational animals as well, we have to use our reason to attain what we think is best for us, what we think will make us happy, which are still in accordance to virtue. At malinaw na ang virtue ethics or virtue theory. Mas palinawin pa natin, ano ba itong virtue? Aristotle describes virtue as a habit, a tendency of character to act in accordance with the practical reason toward worthy ends. Siyempre, meron tayong virtue. At part ng virtue theory ay vices o vice. Vices, on the other hand, are irrational habits or practices because they often stem from passion which often goes beyond reason. Doon pa lang sa definition, makikita nyo na kung paano sila pinagko-contrast. Having virtue just means doing the right thing at the right time, in the right way, in the right amount, toward the right people. O, di ba? Ang ganda ng maxim, ang ganda ng principle. Pero, parang ang vague ata. Baka naman may mas i-vague pa ito, Aristotle. But i-check na nga natin ano itong golden mean para makita natin bakit ganun yung binibigay sa ating picture ng pagiging virtuous person. Virtues lie in the middle between two extremes, excesses and deficiencies. Living in accordance with reason means adopting a balanced approach. It's the continuous pursuit of the mean, gitna, between these two extremes. Makikita nyo sa image na nasa gitna yung virtue. Example ng virtue ay courage. Ang courageous person, in Aristotelian sense, ay someone that is not overconfident nor a coward. I-illustrate natin ito. Halimbawa, ikaw ay pauwi kung saan ka man galing at may nakita kang matanda na hinohold up. Ngayon, ang question ay, what is the courageous act to do? We can also rephrase the question, what is the right thing to do? Answer? Your initial response might be to go straight and help the old woman regardless of whether you will be successful or not. Kumbaga parang instinctive to face the adversary at regardless kung anong magiging resulta nito. Kaya lang in Aristotelian sense, to know what is the courageous action or right action is to think thoroughly of the situation. I-account mo yung physical differences ninyo. May baril ba siya? O panaksak? May knowledge ka ba ng self-defense? O may tao bang pwedeng tumulong sa'yo? O kailangan mo na talagang tumawag ng otoridad? So if you chose to call an authority, that is not cowardice. Naisip mong baka mapahamak pa si Lola sa gagawin mo. If you choose to deal with the mugger, given that you think you can handle him yourself, then that is not overconfidence nor recklessness. Ganito inilalarawan yung utility o yung gamit nitong golden mean. Virtue, moderate, nasa gitna, balanced approach between the vice of defect. Sa example natin, cowardice, vice of excess. Sa example natin is overconfidence. Okay? Sana malinaw sa atin ano ang golden mean na ito. The ethic of the golden mean is an ethic of moderation. The mean is not merely the middle, but a mean that is relative to a person's circumstances. Mapapansin nyo dito na si Aristotle ay parehong relativist. For the relativist, morality is not absolute. It depends or it is relative to culture, society, or historical context. Hindi lang siya relativist, siya ay empiricist din. Someone who believe that knowledge is based on experience derived from the senses. Makikita nyo naman dun sa example kung paanong, syempre, ginamit nung tao yung kanyang senses to account dun sa situation, dun sa physical differences nila, to observe yung environment before acting. Okay din na combination relativist plus empiricist. Kaya sa virtue theory ni Aristotle, hindi kailangan maging specific kasi ang virtuous person ay alam palagi ang kanyang gagawin. They know how to handle themselves and others. They have good judgment. They know what's right and when. Kaya pala sinabi dito na having virtue just means doing the right thing at the right time, in the right way, in the right amount, toward the right people. Parang magandang EFB post De joke lang. Proceed tayo. Syempre, in relation din sa ethics, we have this moral virtue. It is defined as, this is a learned feeling and capacity for discernment about what is good. This came from Moral Choices, page 54. Okay. Acquiring moral virtue, itong skill na itong capacity for discernment, requires rigorous training and proper habit patterns. Syempre, kasama din yan nung mga virtue such as courage, such as honesty, industriousness or pagiging fair at iba pang mga virtue, they require rigorous training and kailangan mo maka-develop ng proper na pattern sa iyong mga habits. Pero kung kailangan mong i-figure out, ito yung question, no? Pero kung kailangan mong i-figure out ano yung virtuous action in every situation, eh, may hirapan ka nga na maging virtuous. You are thinking you are on your own. Magiging ano no, trial and error ang pagiging virtuous person. Paano po gagawing habit yung sa tingin mong virtuous action? Para kay Aristotle, maraming bagay daw tayong matututunan sa ating pagbabasa ng libro, pero ang maging virtuous person ay hindi kasama dito. Dagdag pa niya, virtue is a skill, a way of living, and that's something that can only be really learned through experience. At itong learned feeling and capacity for discernment about what is good is what Aristotle called practical wisdom. Synonymous sa virtue yung practical wisdom. Parang street smarts. Matututunan mo lang ang mga bagay na yun sa street by living through it and continually exposed to it. Siyempre, may avenue ka din to execute, to apply it. Dagdag pa ni Aristotle, hindi ka naman nag-iisa sa journey mong maging virtuous person. At nag-introduce siya ng mga tinatawag niyang moral exemplars. Sino itong mga moral exemplars na ito? These are people who already possess virtue. And according to the virtue theory, we are built with the ability to recognize them and the desire to emulate them. So you will learn virtue by watching it and then doing it. On a side note, maaring sa simula hindi mo feel parang niloloko mo lang ang sarili mo. But remember that virtue is a skill and it requires rigorous training to develop. Pero sa pagtagal ng panahon, napapatuloy ka sa pag-train sa iyong character, itong mga habits na ito, itong mga nahihirapan ka sa simula at pakiramdam mo, pinipeke mo lang, itong mga virtues na ito ay maitatatak at magiging bahagi ng iyong character. As stated in the beginning, if we focus on being a good person, if we focus on developing good character traits, right actions will follow effortlessly. So, yung mga pagiging courageous mo, pagiging babait mo, pagiging caring, maaring ginaya mo yan sa iyong napiling moral exemplars and nagpapatuloy ka, consistent ka sa action na ito, sa parehong situation na ito, and naging parte na siya na extent na natural na lang sa'yo na nakalimutan mo na palang tinitrain mo yung sarili mo before to acquire that virtue or that character traits. Okay? At summary, goodness or happiness is defined in terms of what is unique or fitting for human beings. Nakita natin na that is applicable or ito yung category kung saan kabilang o kampo kung saan kabilang si Aristotle. Another one, we have learned what is virtue in contrast to vice or vices. And strictly speaking, the reason, rationality, or being logical must be at the driver's seat and the one holding or maneuvering the wheel. His ethics, Aristotle's, entirely focusing on guiding the action and feeling through reason. And there are moral exemplars that we can emulate. At ito po ang virtue theory ni Aristotle. I hope marami kayong natutunan sa kanya. Maraming mga quotable quotes ba? At alam mo yun, ang practical lang din and focus on character. Kung paanong isa yun sa naging lengthy na discussion natin, the differences or if we will be able to distinguish character-oriented ethics sa act-oriented ethics. So halimbawa, itong virtue theory ng character-oriented kind of ethics. Yung emphasis hindi natin dinidivorce. ang character-oriented ethics sa act-oriented ethics. Okay? Maraming salamat sa pag-tune in at see you sa ating synchronous classes.